Okay, good morning, everyone. It is 9:33 a.m. We're going to convene the June 16th, July 16th. No, it is not. It is July 7th, 2026 meeting. First order of business is to adopt the June 16th, 2026 minutes, which were attached. I'll make a motion to adopt those minutes. Larry, thank you. All in favor? Aye. Okay. First up is 3 Spruce Hill.
Aye.
3 and 5. Brian, hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you?
Good, good. All right, so do you want to just tell us what's going on and what you're proposing for the benefit of the committee?
Sure. Yeah, happy to. Pretty straightforward. We in the backyard of our property, we have originally years ago there were many spruce trees. I guess over the years when before my home was built by my builder who owned the property before I bought it, he knocked down a bunch of spruce trees and it was one large grove, and now there is a small grove of spruce trees that exists on it's within my property, and then it kind of crosses over into 3 Spruce Hill Road, my property being 5 Spruce Hill Road, crosses over into 3 Spruce Hill Road. It's a small grove that is exposed to weather. Over the 8 years I've lived here, a number of them have fallen, and we've taken one down that was diseased and was probably likely to fall. So yeah, perfect. I'm glad you brought this up.
Yep.
So basically every year, about one falls. What happened was my wife and I finally decided to renovate our backyard last year. So we put a pool in and a patio, and previously it was just grass. So now everything is at risk. When we were building this, our arborist, who's Chappaqua Tree Life, advised that we should take the spruce trees down, just all the remaining grove. We didn't want to because they look amazing. I'm still a little on the fence about it, to be honest. They do look great. But again, after we built everything, he came back this spring, and said these trees are very much at risk. You should probably deal with it and just replace them with something younger and safer. So that's when Chappaqua Tree Life called Ivan in the town to come inspect to see what we would need from a permit perspective. Turns out the 10 trees that are on my property, I think 8 or 9 of them are on the boundary zone, and then there are 4 on my neighbor's property that are right along the property line as well. So because they're all in the boundary zone, I need your approval to take these down. So the plan would be, if we move forward with this, to take the 14 trees down. There are 10 on my property, 4 on my neighbor's property, and there are other plantings or growth there, but we would replace the 10 on my property with a bunch of new, younger trees that would grow into a full, kind of actually a better visual.
Yeah, unfortunately, those trees are very susceptible to damage once they're exposed like that
Yes.
in their age. George, do you have any comments?
Could we discuss the replacement trees?
So I have in the letter that I submitted, my wife has a plan. It is not fixed. Once we start installing, it might change a little bit, but the draft plan includes 10 total trees. So we're taking down 10 on my property. There would be 10 new trees. That would be kind of 8 to 10, maybe 8 to 12-foot trees. These are like not babies. They're 4, I think, I forget how they are, what they're referred to, but 4 to 6 inch trunk width.
Yeah.
Black gum, magnolia, yellow woods.
That's pretty large to put in new.
Yeah. The plan would not be just go little tiny ones. It would be put something in that at least is providing some sense of visual border.
Brian, you might actually want to go a little bit smaller, right? The bigger you go when you plant them, the more susceptible they are to disease and dying. So typically we'll see like 3-inch, 3.5-inch caliper. It might
Okay.
be just a little bit easier for you to maintain, and that might be a bit more successful.
Got it. My wife is she's got the green thumb and she works with our landscaper, so I will pass that info along.
And the deciduous trees, are they spruce? Are they just replacement?
No, we're not. We've installed many Norway spruces along the property line, the backside of my property line, as well as along this property line. You can see in the site plan, there's a line of spruces. We installed those, so we're not going to install more evergreens. It was going to be, sorry, I will tell you what she had planned. Black gum, magnolia, yellowwood, eastern red cedars. That was the grouping. They're all native trees, and you know.
No, that sounds okay. Is everyone okay with it? You know, it's unfortunate these tall trees have to go, but you know what Brian is saying, we've seen in the neighborhood before.
Yeah, they get tall and then
They
they
get-
get knocked down.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to send this to the building department.
There is a condition on
Yeah.
planting.
Yeah, so Brian, we'll make a condition. One of my comments was just to formalize that replanting plan, but what you've laid out sounds fine.
Okay.
Does anyone want? I'll second that.
I'll second.
George? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, Brian, you're all set. So we're gonna, we'll put together the letter of determination, and you can download that from the website and then follow up with the building department.
Perfect. Do we need to do this again for both like for the other application?
Yeah, you could do it at the same time. Yep.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure we don't. Yeah, that this counts as the vote for both 3 and 5.
Yes, this counts for the both
Yeah.
3 and 5. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you all very much.
All right. Take care.
All right, bye.
If this were the town of Scarborough, there'd be a 2-to-1 replacement,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
1-to-1 voluntarily.
Yeah.
Okay. Credit you with that.
With-
Just the sensitivity of having trees replaced.
Yeah. All right, 6 Tanker Farms in here, Klein Building.
Sorry.
I don't see anyone. for this one. Okay, so we'll pull this one up, 6 Tanker Farm. Okay, so 6 Center Farm, there's an existing pool in the backyard. The applicant wants to, I mean, the plans aren't that clear, but it looks like within the existing fenced area, they're going to upgrade the pool, the patio, and everything else. My comments, actually, we need a plan prepared by an engineer, right? It was just a sketch, and it wasn't really clear from the plans that all of this is occurring within the existing pool area. I think it is, but we need more information to confirm that. You know, in particular, that the new pool, as it's reconfigured, is gonna meet the side yard setbacks and everything else. Show pool equipment, show fencing.
Well, it seems to me you don't have enough information to sign off on this.
I think we do. It seems clear, or it seems more likely than not, it's occurring within that area. I want them to confirm it, but I don't think we need to say we're not gonna vote or discuss it and come back. I think this is what's happening. I just want,
If it's direct replacement, why are they even here?
because it doesn't exactly say it's a direct replacement. And it's all changing, like the pool itself.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not
So they're
repairing.
ripping it out.
Yeah, they're ripping.
Yeah.
And then the only engineering comment I said is, are they gonna need stormwater mitigation? I don't know. You know, what the change in impervious.
We don't know the change in impervious, but at minimum, we want to kind of see how they're gonna draw the pool down.
Yep.
You know, erosion controls for the work they're doing. And, you know, same thing, if grading is required, show that.
Yeah.
site plan.
Yeah, so, taking a look at their, their plan, it looks like, right, this is the existing fenced area, and then everything is new inside. So I pretty sure that's what's gonna end up happening. I'm okay with it. It's an existing pool complex. They're gonna upgrade it.
Is that a wetlands line?
No, that's, no.
So it would come back to you in engineering.
They're gonna come back with the engineering, the plan prepared by the
And you-
professional, and we'll confirm that it meets the setbacks. I think it's all fine.
It's just, the purpose of this is to make it easier, but
Yeah, they gotta help.
people should come in and not just give us a sketch. I mean, to me, you give us a sketch, no, you come back and do it right, but
What do you guys wanna do?
I'm fine with it. I'm just making a statement because
I agree.
it happens more than once.
It does.
And you have unintended consequences. When the professional comes in with the right plan, things are revealed that
Yes.
we don't see on the screen.
We don't know what we don't know.
True. In this case, it seems, it's flat. There's nothing.
Assumptions.
Well, I was out there,
But for you guys,
All right, well, let's see what happens. I'll make a motion to send this to building with the comments being addressed from the town engineer at the town.
I'll say.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
yeah.
Reluctantly,
Once we see it, I mean, we'll make.
I really-
We'll review it
I think this one's gonna be,
and we'll have a chance to.
Yeah.
Make sure.
okay. Oh, you guys, you're up. 53 windmill.
Yeah. Right over here. This is quite fascinating. Just listen to this. Fascinating. Well, no, it's the inner workings of
The
it.
inner workings. All right, do you want me to pull it up?
I can explain if, what do you want to do? Good morning, I'm Mike Testa. I'm here with Michael Smith, the owner of the property at 53 Windmill. And we're here for the RPRC. We're also making an application to the local zoning board of appeals meeting in the August meeting. In doing a review of the property, Mike is in contract to sell the property. And as a result of doing an analysis, we can determine that the percentage of gross allowable coverage is exceeded by 850 square feet. And as a result of that, we were directed to make an application to the ZBA, which we were doing. At the same time, there was a couple structures that were found to have been existing and also what were built by Mr. Smith when he bought the property in 2015. There's a rear patio and a rear fire pit. If you could see them up there and on the upper portion area. And as a result of those two expansions, those were done. We don't have a permit for them. We have applied for a building permit. And as a result, it was determined that the calculation, as I said, it exceeded the allowable coverage. As a result of that, we were directed to speak to the town consulting engineer, which I have done, as well as my engineer. We met with John Killard, and as a result, John Killard came up with a solution that my engineer has implemented and submitted to you. I believe you have that, Adam, if I'm not mistaken.
Have what?
The engineering report and the engineering stormwater management design I sent you by email
When did you send that?
the other day.
No, I didn't see it.
I have a copy of it here.
Yeah.
All right, basically, in speaking with John Killard, the engineer needed to come up with some stormwater improvements that needed to be shown.
Okay,
And as a result, we were directed to the area. There was two areas that we needed to address. The area of the rear fire pit had no drainage around it, so we were asked to install new 2 foot 3 by foot deep of drainage silt. So basically, it's a leaching area, as well as the existing patio. We needed to remove some of the existing drainage that existed, dig it deeper down and perimeter it with additional more drainage to come up with a 25-year storm compliance, which was submitted by the engineer, as well as the calculations to show that it was done. You have this electronically, but if you want the hard copy, that's fine. And as a result, we're, as I mentioned, we submitted to Rob for some other items and downstairs, and there was a roof that was put on by the applicant, some window changes years ago. And we're just catching up with everything that has been modified to the house. And we're here before your board to try to see if we could get through this process to now move on to the ZBA.
I didn't see any planning issues of concern, so the town engineer will look at the stormwater plan. And we'll send you to the ZBA for the coverage. But other than that, all looks good.
Okay.
I would try to get your utilities on the plan as well, just so you can make sure all the setbacks comply to the new improvements and stuff. So if you can get that
For the health department.
for the health department, just to make sure that.
Any concerns from anyone or thoughts?
Wetlands that
No,
seems to be a high area.
no, they're not here.
And no other issues with the items that were constructed without permits? No
The
other-
interior stuff?
No, the exterior.
Yeah, no, it's the patio and the fire pit, and no.
No issues.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, I'll make a motion to send this to the ZBA and the building. All in favor? Aye.
Thank you very much.
Yep, looks good.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Take care. Good luck.
Might actually sell this house.
You're on your way.
It's gonna be a spread. A stressful spread.
Where are you going?
Down to Florida. Our last daughter just graduated from Byram Hills, and they're both going to school in Alabama. And we have no family here. I don't work in the city anymore, so down to the ocean in Florida, we're gonna go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Okay, 84 Round Hill Road. Ralph, are you gonna do this?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Can you bring up your plans and we'll go over them?
Yep, hold on one second.
Can you get that?
No, I don't know what's going on. Look, it won't change.
It could be the computer.
Well, go ahead, Ralph.
Yep. Give me a sec. It's my first time using Zoom.
Tony here.
First time using Zoom, Ralph?
What are you talking?
That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not a good one. I believe Tomas, the owner, is also in the waiting
Yes,
room.
yep, he's here. No, he's on.
Okay. Can everyone see that?
It's coming up. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so this is a lot that was had an existing house back in it in I believe it was 2021. The existing house was built essentially, 90% of the house was removed and this house was built. We are coming back now just for this little addition. If you can see my screen, this shaded area right here, it's an extension of the garage. That's really it. It's very, very simple in my opinion. We
It is-
are increasing the stormwater mitigation that we already have on site. There's already a pipe that goes across the driveway, so we're just going to be connecting to that. We've increased it by 1 Coltec. And that's it, really.
I know there's a slope back there. Are you gonna have to regrade or does it kind of fit on in that area already?
It's gonna fit in this area. I mean, this
All right.
rear wall will be a little bit exposed because the grade
Yeah.
does drop off, like you said, but we're not looking to fill up this area.
Okay, Yeah, it's really straightforward. It's not visible from the street, right? There's a lot of topography and vegetation between the two.
Correct.
So not gonna be an issue. The one issue that you're gonna maybe need to address, Rob's got to weigh in on it, is the code talks about having only 4 bays of parking in a building. And I think you are gonna be beyond that. It's gonna be more like 6. So I think you're gonna need to get a variance from the ZBA to have more than 4.
Well, hold on. Tomas, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we're not increasing the bays. We're only just increasing I guess, the depth of the garage.
Yeah, we are increasing the depth of the garage.
The bays are on this side where the driveway is. This
Yeah,
is
but-
just an
Yeah,
extension of the
absolutely.
back.
Yes, that's
So you're
true.
saying it's not a garage?
No, it is a garage, but it's extending on the back of the garage. It's not adding any bays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you're
them double deep.
yeah, aren't you right? Yeah, they're double deep.
Well, that,
So what are you saying? That because you think
Still only two, he's saying, because it's still only, let's say, 2 doors.
well,
It's 3 doors,
yeah, 3.
but double deep, or 3 doors, but
All right,
double.
well, Rob will look at it and
I don't know, if this is Tomas's project, I gotta go against it. Just because it's Tomas.
Ah, my God, Rob, I thought
So-
at least if somebody's going to be against it, it's not going to be you. But here we go.
but right, I don't think it's talking about doors, it's talking about spaces, but look, Rob will look at it. Worst case scenario, you have to go to the ZBA, but okay.
Listen. I'm trying to get more storage, to be honest, instead of anything else. So let's call this that way. I'm gonna increase in the garage size, adding some additional storage.
Okay, well,
Tomas, you still owe me a steak dinner from our last bet.
so
You haven't come through on.
You still remember?
I still remember.
This is the opportunity.
So I think the project looks good. I think the construction impacts are minimal. The only open issue is whether or not you need the ZBA for the additional bays. Rob will look at that as the building inspector. We'll include the referral to the ZBA just in case and go from there. Sound good?
Okay. Very good.
I have one.
Oh,
right.
hold on. Go ahead, do your question.
Did the DC violation for the wetland ever get cleaned up?
Violation.
Yeah, I guess there was a state, New York State DC in 2021. There was.
I believe it did. I think Steve Lopez
For the wetland, what are we talking about? There's no violation for the wetland. Hello?
Yeah, it was, remember,
This-
Tomas had cleared down by the pond.
I remember
I
that.
think it was, I think it was.
Yeah,
We
but
just asked for that
this
time.
was this was a long time ago, and it's all taken care of prior to the CO for the main house.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's fine, if you could just submit that, just so we're sure of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a look at my file and see if I have it.
I thought I had something on it.
I resubmitted, no problem. I got it fine.
all right. So I'll make a motion to send this to the ZBA if necessary and the building department.
Second.
Thanks, Rob. All in favor? Aye. Okay,
All right.
Looks
Very
good.
good. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm on the next
Thank
one
you.
also.
Bye.
you're on the next one. Okay, so this is the Diaguardi, so we'll get them in here too, right?
Yep.
That's what Tomas out.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Don. You're on mute, so we can't hear you. Bottom left. Unclick that. All right, well, we'll get started while Don tries to unmute himself if he wants to.
You want to pull up my plan?
Yeah. Let's see, what are we doing here? 31.
All right, you guys can see that?
You're pulling up. Good. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, so this is This is 31 Sorrel Street, or Sorrels Lane. I believe it was part of the Hammond Ridge subdivision, done in probably the mid-90s, I think.
Later than that, but yes, it's part
Yeah, it
of
might have
that.
been 2001, something like that. Yeah. It's a pretty encumbered lot, actually. There's a conservation easement in the front, which cuts right across like that. There's also clearing and grading limit lines that are shown by these dashed lines here and in the rear. So this whole rear of the property can't be touched. The existing septic, so we're proposing long driveway up. This is basically the same location of the house on the subdivision. Proposing a 5-bedroom house. The septic is in essentially the same location as it was on the subdivision. We've already obtained Westchester County Department of Health approval. We are proposing a pool in the rear. Wells located in this area. We have some stormwater mitigation right next to the pool here, and some more in the side of the house here in this location. This is our grading plan here. I mean, there's not many options as far as the driveway. Like I said, on each side of the driveway, there is a clearing and grading limit line that we are staying within. Same with the rear, there's that clearing and grading limit line. We're staying within that. That's
Yeah,
it.
there wasn't much, not much you can do with all the constraints, because the planning board planned this all out, originally. Hold on one sec. I've just a couple of comments. So yes, consistent with the Hammond Ridge subdivision. You gonna chip or blast out here?
We're not sure yet. There probably will be some for the house. We're imagining
Right.
that there may be some.
You'll have to get that permit from the building department.
Yep.
And then what about the top and bottom wall elevations? I couldn't tell how tall that wall was for the pool.
Are you talking about this one?
Yeah,
It's not real high. I think we left it at 36 inches about. Let me just see if I can get a number for you. So the pool elevation is 38.6, 38.5, and this contour going around it is 644, so it'll be like 643. It's like a 4-foot wall.
okay. So nothing over the 6 feet, which would trigger planning
Correct. We
Right.
kept everything under.
on purpose.
And
Yep.
Phil,
And then what about, so the pool equipment, that doesn't meet the side yard? See that? You gotta
Does
move-
not meet the side yard. The pool equipment is right here. Oh, I see it. That
Yeah.
corner. Yes, we will move it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing a good job here. I just think that there's a lot going on here. And I think it should go to planning board. I think the neighbors should have a chance to, state whether they, have any issues with it. You've got cuts and fills, you've got wall, you've got pool. I just think to be conservative here, I think they should go to the planning board. Ralph, I don't think it's gonna be an issue, but I think it should go through that process.
is this as per what you guys approved originally?
Well, we didn't approve a site plan, so.
Oh, you didn't approve the site
There-
plan?
Right, there was the subdivision,
Yeah.
and the subdivision had a theoretical house.
We've had this before. We have a building envelope, but theoretical, but.
Right. But this
Yeah,
is,
but the
That's-
house,
No,
The
I'm
house-
sure, I'm sure it's all gonna be fine, but we've had some issues here in the past, and I just think we need to go through the planning board on this one.
They're building wrong.
any
I mean,
fill,
I don't know. There's not, I mean, look, there's not much we can change. Driveway is constrained, septic is where it is, house is where it is. Everything's kind of been laid out already in the subdivision. I just, going in front of the planning board adds at least a month and possibly more. That's all my only concern. And John and Dom are on the call. They can chime in.
So what is Larry, when you say you have concerns for the planning board, what do you think you would be looking at that it's concerning you?
Well, I think we wanna see, I think, you've got different people on the board. I think you wanna see all the details, wanna know, what the cut and fills are. We want to know if there's rock, if you're gonna have to blast. I just think, within an existing neighborhood where you've got players, left and right. I just think it's.
And you bring
it's a
up
good-
like an overall of all, like the county survey, saying to see the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Like how close the neighbors are to it, all that.
Yeah.
Like, what would be the impacts?
Can we stop to share, Adam?
Yeah, and I'll share it.
The county came out with a new website with 25 data now,
Yeah, but I still think
and Eagle View, you get Eagle View from it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's a
didn't know
direct
that.
link to Eagle View.
Oh, I didn't know
I was
that.
playing with it yesterday,
Yeah,
it's a little bit,
I'll have to look.
gotta get used to it, but it actually is pretty good, and
Yeah.
the 25 views are pretty good.
What is it, 31 Sorrel? Okay, yeah, that's a good view.
that dirt is kind of.
Yeah, that's probably actually how they were probably showing the lot, to tell you the truth, right, to get up in there. Yeah, so, that's basically where the house is going, right where the 31 is. So it's, it's consistent with.
It's not steep slopes or anything.
It is steep slope.
Oh, it is steep slopes.
Yeah, it's you're going up, winding up the hill.
Wouldn't that just automatically trigger a planning board? The steep slope would.
I stated my view. I just think
Yeah.
there's a lot going on here. You guys want a room, that's.
No,
I just think it just.
No, we're just going through it. All right, anything you guys want to say?
Hi, it's Dominic. Hi, guys. How's everybody this morning?
Good.
I'm not quite sure what the phrase "a lot going on" means because we took this lot because of we knew that it was an RPRC candidate and that we weren't going to make any significant changes to what we were allowed to do. I'm not quite sure what "a lot going on" means. Could you clarify that?
Well, you've got constraints, you've got cuts that are up to 6 feet in depth next to a neighbor's property. Your driveway's coming adjacent to the neighbor's property. I just, there's enough there. We've had some issues in the past. There's enough there where I just think it should go before the planning board. That's just my view.
And the board has said that when there's new construction with neighboring properties, they're interested in seeing
Where,
it.
more likely than not, where, we're gonna want those to go to the planning board. We've just had some bad experiences in the past, and I'm not saying that this is gonna be one of them, but I just think it should go to the planning.
Look, if that's the way this vote goes, we'll expedite it. I don't think there's gonna be significant comments from the planning board, but it will give an opportunity for the neighbors to understand what's happening there. It's certainly not gonna be a veto, right? The house is going there. Yeah. But, all right, let's see what happens here. So, I'll make a motion to send this to the planning board.
Always say.
Is there a second?
Yeah.
All right, we're seconding that. Larry, all in favor? Aye.
Nay.
Nay?
Nay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 4 to 1. All right, it's 4 to 1. We'll get you on a planning board agenda and get this reviewed for you.
Do you guys-
Okay, if that's the vote, thank you.
There's a lot going on here.
Okay.
I thought so.
Okay. All right,
All
thank
right.
you.
Yep.
Yep. Bye.
Since. Well, at least I'm certainly gunshot on these things.
Mhm.
And I think Ralph is good. He's gonna do a good job, but I just think people should lay eyes on it. That's all.
Okay. Next is 59 Windmill. Which one are you here for?
I was listening.
You're just watching?
Mhm, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. think anyone's here for this one.
To Whipplewell Road East, they lost their front railing.
Have you driven past it yet? It's like overgrown with weeds.
I know.
We had the
we've
bank,
talked
we
about
had them in front of us a few months ago. I think the bank now owns it.
We're there in the process.
There's such an argument with this project right now with all three of them.
Really?
Yeah, there's an argument between who owns what. The bank says they own it and
Well,
the partners say they own it.
And nobody's doing anything.
No, they want to move forward. They keep asking me to issue building permits to do things, and I refuse to do it because I don't know who owns it. Nobody's
Fair
giving me,
enough.
everybody keeps giving me information saying they own it, and I'm like caught up with who owns it. So you can't do anything until I have an owner.
Yeah, but somebody should at least come
Well, I talked to the bank. They said that they were going to
do it.
take care of it.
Well, the tree came down, the railing came off, and it just stayed there. So it's not even to code.
All right,
Until I have an owner, I can't really do much with it.
let's go over this next one. So 59 Windmill Road, this is the existing house right here. This in red is a deck. The deck is proposing to be removed. A new addition goes where the current deck is, and then a new deck next to it. Got it? Looks fine. So this was the deck. This becomes a new playroom. Looks like,
What percentage of it?
what percentage of the house? Any? So this was the deck, this is the new addition here. And then the new deck gets built here. I think it looks good, no real concerns. The GIS shows hydric soils, so not necessarily a wetland, but maybe. So, that's something I'd want the town engineer to take a look at to see if a wetland permit is required. I think not, but let's make sure since we've got the
Right.
little pop-up that it might be.
If it is.
And then
what
if
you
it
do-
is, who should look at it? Thoughts on that, George?
We've been there, we've been down that
That's
particular
great.
area, yeah.
So, yeah, my thinking is it's not really a wetland, but what's your experience been?
I'll go out and look at it if you want, but
Well, we'll have the town engineer, but let's say it is.
yeah, then we should at least have consideration for what would be next, administrative or otherwise.
No, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
If it is.
If it is, then we should
The
go.
question is,
Should have it come before
administrative
us.
or
Okay,
otherwise.
so we could do an administrative wetlands permit with conservation board review.
Right.
That,
Yes, that's what I'm saying,
if it's required.
if it's required.
Fine with that. Any engineering comments?
Just construction details, they're gonna require stormwater mitigation.
Yep.
For the increase and,
What's the increase?
Hmm,
We
I'm
don't
guessing
require
height.
it for decks.
yeah, but the problem is they're building an addition where the deck is and then pushing the deck out.
correct.
So they're actually not.
An addition
where
is
the
the-
deck is.
No, if the addition is replacement for the same square footage as the deck, why would they need if we don't require it for decks?
Because the
That would
deck
be a
doesn't
bonus.
have any,
Temporary.
What's that?
the deck doesn't have any stormwater mitigation now. And now it's gonna
But
be.
it's considered lot coverage.
Yeah.
Right? So if my deck is 250 square feet
Uh-huh.
and my addition is 250 square feet, why would we have to do stormwater mitigation if it's
Because
just?
the deck is not impervious. The addition is
The roof,
the roof of the.
But I thought we said decks weren't impervious. Don't we deem decks
Yeah,
impervious?
they're not gonna,
Oh, no, we deem decks pervious.
Yeah, because it goes through the.
yeah, right, got it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I was thinking we didn't deem them.
Yeah.
That's okay.
There are towns that still
Yeah.
deem it.
That Latin thing is really troublesome. Impervious, pervious. So close and yet.
So far.
All right, so is everyone okay with the way this looks and what's happening here? So I'll make a motion to send this to building. But if wetlands is required, will be admin permit with conservation board review.
Very good.
And I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Tony. All in favor?
Aye.
Sounds good. All right, next is 76 Old Mount Kisco. I believe they're waiting here.
Miss it.
It's in here. Hi, guys.
Hello, let me see.
All right, so do you want to tell us what's happening here? I know we approved the house a few months ago, right? Maybe even longer. And now, in order for you to get the crane and the house there, some trees have to go, and it definitely is evident from going out there that needs to happen. I think the question is whether or not we can get a replanting plan. From the material you guys submitted, you felt that new trees could not be installed. And I think that's really what we need to discuss, you know, why can't after the house is placed on the property, new trees be proposed there?
Do we know if Eric, the homeowner, is on the line?
Is that Eric Mitchell?
Eric Mitchell, is he on?
I'll put him in. I didn't know who. Right here. He's having trouble connecting. Norm, do you want to go ahead and?
Yeah, I mean, the reasoning we had asked for an additional 6 trees to be removed was because we were trying to make sure it was easy to get the module units in, but also to save the retaining wall that's along the property line that's slowly being removed or upset by the large trees down there. As for replanting, it was felt that we have a whole half an acre of densely wooded, forested on this site already behind the house, which no one is even touching. So that was the original site plan was for 5 trees, and now we've added these 6 additional that are, like I said, needed to be moved for the modular unit and to try to save this wall along the road.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, I think there's just, you know, I guess a disagreement here on the best way to deal with this. And we're going to need to get some more information from the homeowner on why, you know, this front yard can't have any trees. My thinking is,
if you look at the proposed site plan, which is in the sheet, I think below this one.
Yeah.
It's with this new septic system and driveway that's all been approved. It's just getting to be a very tight space. Plus, he wanted to see, you know, be able to view the house and the road and the view down to the road. So I think that was also some of the reasoning.
Understood.
Isn't one of the trees in the town right away,
Yeah, one of them.
that 18-inch
Like
tree
that, yeah.
that he wants to remove?
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
at the
yeah.
top of the sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right
fine.
there.
Yeah, that, the highway department. The sign on top. Thoughts, guys?
It concerns me that they're neutering the front of this property.
Yeah, no,
And it
I
just,
agree.
it changes the character of the,
Yeah, right now, it's wooded.
Right.
Totally understand why that needs to go to get the house in. But there's an opportunity to revegetate, maybe not with huge deciduous trees, but there's gotta be a plan to,
Is it affecting the septic, the trees that are currently?
well, they already got
No, but any of the
permission to
new
remove
trees.
the trees and septic.
It looks like it was taking, or it looked like there were more.
I think they're taking down to build the system, right? Because this is proposed, that system still.
Yeah, you got one in the septic,
Oh, yeah.
one in the
I
expansion
don't know why
area.
that's
Yeah,
new.
but you got several just right off the street, that's not.
Yeah, no, I get that, I'm just saying.
Yeah, down
You got
bottom, yeah,
minus
you're
the
right.
septic ones, I mean, those have to come out no matter what, and there's what, two, at least two in the septic.
Well, not the expansion. You don't have to.
They don't do the
The
expansion
health
area.
department no longer requires that you have to remove trees in expansion.
Got it.
Okay.
We were also very concerned about some of these trees falling on the house. If there wasn't a storm, I know he's had some issues where he lives now from this storm this last week. And he's very concerned about building a new house and having a large tree fall across it. So.
Yeah. I don't think the issue is so much is removing the trees, but what's gonna happen after. I think that's the real issue.
I don't know why you have to move the trees.
Well,
To the right.
I think it's beyond what we can solve here.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion to send this to the planning board.
I'll second.
Okay, we see all in favor? Aye. All right, so look, we're gonna have to take a little closer look at this at the planning board and see where we go from there. Okay?
So, this is gonna be referred to the planning board, or
Yeah. Yep.
do we need to, do any type of, distribute any more drawings or anything we need to talk?
Well, look, talk to Eric. Eric, you're on now, right? So if you want to say something, Eric, feel free to unmute.
Eric, I think you're muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm?
Are you there?
Eric. Yeah, Eric.
Horrible.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Hear you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I missed the first part of this. I heard the part about it being passed along to the review board.
Yeah.
I think my biggest concern is with the replanting. First of all, the couple of trees in the front of the property have already broken and fallen once before, a couple of years ago at this point. They're very big trees, they're very old. One of them did hit the house back in 2015. So they do propose a threat. And I guess the issue is not so much removing them, but replanting, right? So from my standpoint is, I'm going to build a brand new house. Why would I put trees up that would jeopardize that and put my family in danger? My current house that I live in right now, with this July 4th storm, the tree in front of the house uprooted, took the sidewalk with it, pulled my lines off the house and fell on my neighbor's car. So I love trees. They're beautiful. I love nature. It's part of the reason why I want to move back to Armonk. But trees become dangerous. I mean, we all know this. 100 yards down the road, that tree fell and killed that poor woman. And I don't know how many trees you guys removed, but the town made an effort to remove a lot of trees so that they don't jeopardize more people and put people in danger. I don't want to be in a position where I'm required to put up trees that are going to, pose a threat down the road for me and my family.
Yeah,
Can we
totally
go to Street
understand.
View?
So,
We go to a street view?
yeah, we could go to Street View. So, yeah, we'll have to talk about this with the planning board. In general, trees, aren't inherently dangerous, right? If they're maintained, it should be fine.
Sure.
But we can get into that. The building inspector wanted to see a picture, so we'll do that.
And guys, can I just ask one question just so I have some clarity?
Yeah.
You know, currently the trees in question are, you know, they're 100-foot trees. They're gigantic pines and cedars and things like that. If required to replant, is there a type of tree that I should be looking at? Like, are we talking about like some 8-foot like shrubs, or am I going to be required to plant 150-foot pines?
You will
Like
not
what-
be required to plant 150-foot pines, right? That's not gonna be possible. It could be a mixture of different types of plants, right? It's your property, so if you have a specific desire, you know, we'll look at that, and that's certainly gonna be given,
But Adam,
Some
if
deference to that.
he's willing to plant trees, do we have to send it to planning?
who is not.
Well, but he didn't
Well,
really
they are on.
say that yet. He hasn't said that because he wasn't on the
Yeah, no,
original phone
the
call.
material we got from him said he didn't wanna plant.
No, but Mr. Mitchell, are you opposed, are you opposed to planting, I'm just generally using this like arborvitae's in place? All along the road, no?
No.
I think that has to be reviewed by.
Yeah, no, I don't think you wanna wall it off, right, like a
I'm
screen,
just, yeah.
but
No.
a couple,
You just wanna, you've got existing trees
couple
there.
of specimen
You wanna
trees.
replace them with some nice trees. They don't have to be 150 feet. They
Yeah.
don't have to propose a danger, but basically, you know, we're taking substantial amount of foliage out of there, and there should be some level of replacement.
That's
It's
exactly
just,
right.
it's just that simple.
And I'm not disagreeing with it, I'm just saying, is that something we can do here instead of having to
Well,
kick
if we
it to
can,
planning?
if they wanna submit a
Yeah,
planting plan and we can handle it administratively, that's fine with me, but if they're of the opinion that they don't wanna plant, then it's going to the planning board.
Are you hearing what we're saying?
I am. I hear that.
Are you
And
willing to come up with a replanting plan so you don't have to go to the planning board and spend all this extra time and resubmit to us?
I am. Let me just ask Norm's opinion. Norm, are you there still?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be no problem. We can do something quickly. Yeah.
So then
Okay,
we could rescind this vote and then you'll resubmit to the RPRC. And we'll take another look at the plan, but yeah, no, we're not talking about 150 foot trees. Maybe a few specimen trees in the front yard would work, something that's gonna fit and not grow too large.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's
Some
take
great
care.
choices out there.
All right, so-
I just don't wanna clog them up with.
Yeah, no.
If we can do it here administrative, he's willing to do it, if he comes up
Yeah.
with a couple of
That's fine.
3.5 inch caliper trees.
Yeah.
You know, in some replacement areas, then.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to rescind the vote for 76 Old Mount Kisco Road, referring them to the planning board.
I'll second that. And then they're gonna come back.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Right.
Okay, so let me just make notes.
So he can get on to the next meeting, which is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that'll allow him to put a plan together. How quick do you need a
Yeah.
plan together? For that
Well,
next
the
meeting?
submission deadline's today at noon. We can give them a little bit of flexibility.
So,
but-
2 days?
Yeah.
Do you think you can come up with something in 2 days for the next meeting?
I'm sure we can talk about something, but I have, my questions are, we have a house waiting, so we need to get started on this site plan or working on this site. Can he take the trees down that he wants to take down now?
You don't like what he submits.
I think you need to see the plan.
Yeah,
I
not
think,
really.
you know, that's consistent with what we do, you know.
His delivery.
Well, it's good with that. I don't wanna give it
Yeah.
approval, take them down, and then we're going
And
back
then
and
what?
forth for
Yeah.
6
and then
months on
On
what.
like the replacement.
Replacement's gonna be.
Yeah, we got.
Let's give him more of a ballpark. How many trees are we looking for him to, so he has a plan, so we're not going back. and
I don't
forth.
know, because, right, you've got the septic system, you've got the driveway.
Yeah.
We're cognizant of that, so there's not a ton of room, so, you know, what's reasonable to go back in there? Couple trees, few trees, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we're looking at 3
Yes, I mean.
to 5 trees,
3 to
maybe.
5 sounds realistic, as long as they're, you know,
There you go.
some nice trees.
We're giving you a good path forward here.
Trying.
Yeah. So you need us to come up with a drawing or a plan for 3 to 5
Full
trees in the
plan-
next
plan.
hour?
No,
No,
for the next, we gave you the next 2 days.
A new
2 days,
planting.
okay.
Yeah, like, circle and come up with 3 to 5 trees that you're willing to plant and mark them on the plan that he has there. You can hand mark it on the plan.
Yeah, if you could fit 6, fine. If it's only 3, what it's got to make sense for you and going into the future.
Okay, all right,
Japanese.
all right. Norm, does that make sense?
April.
I mean, we could,
Yeah, go ahead.
we can talk to Brian Hildebrand about it and get a plan done. I mean, if you could give us a suggestion on the type of trees you'd like to see. I mean, arborvitae, or if that's more of a hedge.
Yeah, no, don't go the arborvitae. Go for a specimen tree that's going to look pretty and make sense.
Maybe Japanese maple.
All right,
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, let's call it 4 Japanese maples. I'll put 2 on either side of the steps and that'll look nice.
It's in
Yeah,
there,
there you
take
go.
down all his Japanese
go.
maples because they were
I don't know.
native, yes.
I'm only asking. I don't know nothing about trees. I don't know if that's native or not.
Look, we'll leave it to you guys to pick the type of tree that you're going to want.
Yeah, they need to be native. Let's just make certain that they're.
So what are some native trees?
They don't need to be native. They should not be invasive.
Right.
But, we don't require them.
It should be.
They have to, all right, I don't know that there's a native tree on that property outside of the maples, and
Yeah.
at some point, somebody brought trees in there and decorated the whole property with cedars and things like that.
Okay.
But I think you understand what we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I think Japanese maples are a great idea. We'll show them on a plan and resubmit it to the RPRC. But just to be
We'll
clear,
get you on the next meeting.
what's that?
We'll get you on the next meeting.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Just to be clear, he cannot remove the other trees until that's approved?
Correct.
Alrighty. So another 2 weeks. Okay.
Okay.
Just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Yep. All right.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you. Eric, give me a call.
Yep, will do. Bye.
Yes.
All right. Lastly, we've got 513. Last but not least, you're on.
I was actually watching you guys on the this is a pretty cool setup. I was watching you guys on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Well, you're
That's
on.
scary.
So what the applicant is looking for is there is a very roughly graded yard area on the property. The applicant is looking to bring in fill to have a level yard. It makes sense. I don't really have any significant issues, but it's located in a town regulated wetland buffer and a New York State regulated wetland buffer. It's already lawn. So how do you guys want to deal with it? It's already disturbed. Yeah.
I
go ahead.
understand it might even be in the 100.
So I
Probably
I
is.
see the engineer, engineering comment says, go to the planning board.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
It is within the 100-foot buffer, but we're gonna. I mean, the amount of that we're really looking to do is so small. For something that's already existing, it's really just so that my kids don't run around in a backyard and trip over like a little like mogul that's there. I mean, they're not even big moguls. It's just to kind of. But we are going to put silt fence. Just as a precaution, we're going to be nowhere near the actual edge of the wetlands, but we're going to run a silt fence just out of respect for the town and you guys to make sure that we're doing above and beyond what we could possibly do along the perimeter of the wetlands there, which again, the work is going to be not near there, but we're going to do that anyway.
So do you realize that you can't bring any fill into the floodplain if there is a floodplain there? But then you got to do a whole analysis, and the cost of an analysis.
That's right.
And you have to do compensatory storage. So whatever you fill, you have to dig a hole somewhere and make up that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
It might be worth it,
No, I just
You know,
looking.
he doesn't have a real yard elsewhere.
No, and
because
so he
of the
understands there's
wetland.
more dollars and cents.
Yeah, so do you-
Isn't
basically-
as easy
It's
as.
not as easy as you think. You're gonna have to hire an engineer now to bring in, do a flood analysis.
Yeah, well, my objective, my real objective is, the people. It's 22. It's the main road that people are driving in to come, that are coming to and from Armonk, and it doesn't look nice, and my objective it can be something I can push out, I guess, very far down the line, but I think it would be, a huge improvement, collectively.
I don't think we're arguing the improvement. I'm just advising you of there's gonna be
What you're having to
additional
do.
costs
Yeah.
associated because of the floodplain part of it. That you're gonna have to hire an engineer, you're gonna have to do a flood analysis, you're gonna have to do compensatory storage. It's gonna be a little bit more complicated than you
Right.
think.
These are all things that you can deal with, but it's gonna cost time and
And money.
to
That's
do it.
all I'm letting you know.
Yeah, no, Adam, you were out there. I think so you would be able to speak to it from a physically seeing it, because when you were there, you were like, wow, this is really nothing, and I'm sorry for my inexperience and my stupidity in this. It's just such I don't know how it would affect anything to do with the floodplain. They're literally like 1 foot divots that are.
I think the answer is going to be, it's not going to impact the floodplain, but you've got to submit this information to the satisfaction of the building department because he's the FEMA floodplain manager. So it's just paperwork that's gonna go along with it.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think you're gonna have a whole big flood mitigation project. You've got to show that it's not gonna have that impact.
Yeah.
And I don't, it will.
The administrative cost.
The administrative
More
cost, yeah.
than the actual
Yeah,
cost
the cost
to
of
do the work.
construction.
Correct.
Exactly.
That's what the building.
Just
inspector-
understand that.
Right.
Okay, so the process is I would just submit paperwork to the building department.
Well, I don't know. We haven't decided how we want to deal with this yet.
Well, thoughts, you're, I mean, this is gonna really come on your shoulders.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because, so if you want it to flow through planning, we'll take it through planning. If you
Well,
want.
no matter what,
To you, that's fine too.
him and I can do
Yeah.
it through building.
So
Why don't we just
we're
keep
really
it?
talking about,
Okay.
enrolling.
Yeah, and let him and I do it through building, and
that's
he'll
fine.
have to set up an escrow account.
That's fine.
Right.
That's
He'll
fine.
have to you'll have to
Yeah.
review it,
Okay.
Yeah, so
no, like you would do for planning,
We're-
it wouldn't change anything.
we're six.
Still have to look at it.
Yeah,
So let's take a vote and then we can explain what's gonna happen. So I'll make a motion to send this to building, for the review. Anyone wants to second that?
but the wetland issue stuff that.
Oh, yeah.
The wetland issue stuff,
Thank you
are
for
you
reminding
good with that?
I'm fine, but I'm not,
Can you bring up a picture of it?
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so we can
concerned
see.
about
Just so George and I can see what's going
Yeah,
on.
conservation board.
Well,
You know,
that's what I was
there are
asking.
Other opinions.
There could
that-
be, exactly.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
then you express it now. and we'll
Yeah.
deal with
If
it.
that's the case, we'll run it through.
Yeah.
planning.
Right,
Or as an administrative wetland permit for the conservation.
yeah, this sounds like we're a little bit pregnant.
Take a, let me pull it up and then you guys can
I
see.
think
what
that
we're
weeks.
Yeah,
Okay, so what we're talking about is this area here, right?
Right.
Okay, so right now it's an undulating kind of mess. You could see the wetland all here, right? This is the state well. Right, so he doesn't really have a yard. This is the area
Right.
potentially used.
No, I
So it's
understand.
already lawn.
Yeah,
It's just not.
looks like there's almost a stone wall.
But it is in a
There is a
floodplain.
Yeah, this
It
is.
is in a floodplain.
No, I think you meant.
I'm in
No,
the backside.
I didn't pull up the floodplain, so I don't have that layer right here. I don't know.
What's
It probably is a flood.
next door? Oh,
This
it's
is
that's
Benedict.
right next to George's house. That's that swamp to the left of the nursery.
That's Benedict's
That's-
nursery.
yeah.
22.
Right, this is the.
Gotcha. He
the
just bought the
road.
house, that new house that was just
Right.
bought.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, it's just not graded well, and. So thoughts, George,
So you
on
gotta
how,
bring in Phil.
he's gotta bring in some fill to fill in those.
How many yards to fill?
it's a big area, right? So,
What are they, what are they?
do you know how many yards of fill? You can do?
I do. I put it on the application. I don't want to misquote it.
Remember
I
we
can-
talked,
let me.
remember I said, why does he need so much fill? And you're like, oh, you fill a few inches over.
No, I know.
Guys,
I guess more than 50.
I think I inflated that number. No, I think I inflated that number just to be very cautious. But I did have another question for you guys. If maybe this just avoids all of this time and effort for something that maybe can be just made much more simple. So one thing that I was considering, if it was going to be like just a time consuming thing, was instead of adding fill, just like just taking what's there and kind of raking it out. So I'm like lowering it a little bit, not removing anything, but just moving stuff around just to make it straight.
You're talking about regrading.
Yeah, just regrading.
You still gotta go get the wetland.
Yeah, you'll still need the wetlands permit, but yeah,
It makes the floodplain part
the
of it
floodplain
simpler.
issue goes away. So yeah, that's an option
You
too.
still gotta show the boundary and make sure that,
Yeah.
the floodplain.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. If there's still going to be, whatever you guys advise and suggest, I'll certainly, I don't have the experience you do. Either, if there's still going to be work behind it, and it's not like a simple thing, then probably just to add, instead of deleting. But, I'm certainly open for some advice.
So
I think it depends upon what you want to see as your end product. I mean, obviously, if you bring in more fill, you do have options as to how it's going to look. When you live with just what's there, you're going to be cutting and leveling it, without really being out there. I can't tell you what the better thing to do is. It's really up to you, but if you're gonna spend time and money, you might as well get what you want, but there is a cost here with the floodplain issue.
All right. So
And then,
George, how do you
depending on
want
what
to,
happens on conservation.
do you want to go to the conservation board?
We are so gun shy when it comes to fill.
Yeah.
St. Christopher's, Trip Lane, all
So this is a good conversation to have with him.
Yeah.
right.
So why don't we do this? We'll send it to building, administrative wetlands permit with conservation board review. That's what I think it's worth. He'll benefit from having a conversation with you guys.
Okay.
You don't think?
Yeah, well, I want, as Larry says, I mean, the end product is really what we're trying to figure out. I don't wanna make a career of this for you. I just want you to have a nice yard in front.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I will, yeah, it's a building department, and then, sounds, I think the way to go, because it's just the best way you can describe is it looks like, I mean, moguls would be an overstatement on a ski hill. It looks like little tiny quarter size moguls that just need to kind of just be flying out in certain areas, not the whole yard either. So if the building department.
So let's just vote. So send to building, admin, wetlands permit, conservation board review. I made that motion. Anyone want to second that?
I'll second.
George, all in favor?
And you'll determine
So-
whether you need.
So look, next step will be
Yeah.
a conversation with the conservation board.
If he's
I think that's gonna lead you to the right, the right solution.
Yes.
for you.
The next step, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. The next step for me would be
I
what?
think the conservation board, talk to them.
Copy that's.
Okay, and then,
Yeah.
and then one more question.
This is the way, it's the.
What's that?
And then, so call and ask to speak to the conservation board and let them know what I'm doing.
Correct. And then you'll go out, you'll meet with them, the board will go out and meet with you there on the site. And then you guys can come up with, I think, the best solution.
Right.
The
Okay.
easiest solution for you.
Okay, all right. And then, I guess my other question, something that we briefly spoke about, was there's like remnants of a stone wall along the perimeter of the property, that property line that runs adjacent to 22, which now has like this also. I think afterwards they installed a metal chain link fence that's bent sideways and missing parts of it and stuff like that. And I figured while I was here, it was worth discussing. Because we intend or would like to at some point. That looks horrible, driving by. So we want to put something there that would obviously make it look better, but also be like a barrier in between where my children would be from the yard. So whether it be, trees or sorry, someone was calling me. Whether it be trees or like some arborvitaes I heard you guys mention or something, I'd like the ability to be able to do that.
Yes, okay, well, when you're in front of the conservation board, talk about the planting of trees, because that's also gonna be in the buffer.
Okay.
So that's fine, yeah, I mean. Yeah. That
Okay,
should be good.
and or rebuilding, and or
If there's a dilapidated fence, it can remove that.
Yeah, fence can go, if it's your fence, you could just remove it, you don't need a permit for that.
no, but to put something in its place, like if I wanted to put the stone wall that was back up there before, I could do that.
You just need to give us the details of it, yes, a wall or a fence, they're no different between the same approval process.
Yeah, so it would be the perimeter from the property, from the nursery to the guy behind me, along that perimeter. I think I heard you guys say earlier that under 6 foot is where is the threshold.
Yes, 6 foot fence or
Yes.
wall.
Yes, so 5'11" across the whole perimeter on 22.
You could, I think that we will have some concerns about a 6 foot stone wall at the property line.
That's not going administratively.
And for that, you need structural component of it, 6 foot wall, 4 feet.
Typically, a wall like that along, a front property line is not 6 feet, right? They're usually 3 or 4 feet.
So is 3 or 4 feet something that would please you guys as opposed to 5'11" or 5'10"?
Yes. A 6 foot wall on the front property line is in your face. That would be.
What some people do is a low wall and they put a fence on, like a wrought iron fence
I've
on
seen
top
that.
of
That
and
looks nice too. So like a 2 foot wall that is stone with a couple feet above it, like of a fence topper. That looks nice. But you don't want to get to that 6 foot height for 100 feet.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, and is that something that I would have to or would be advisable for me to choose at this very moment?
I think.
Well, you're gonna need to apply to the RPRC to do that wall or fence or whatever you're doing.
I thought that's what I'm sorry for my ignorance again. I thought that's what we were doing here.
Well, you came in for the fill. We didn't talk, you didn't submit any plans for the wall or fence.
Oh, all right. My misunderstanding then. I thought I was to bring it up here just so that it would make it easier for me. I'm my apologies. So bring it back up to another RPRC.
Yeah, when you're ready to do it. Yep.
Okay.
Put together a site plan with all the improvements you want.
Yeah.
Is this parallel or perpendicular to 22?
Parallel and perpendicular. You said it would wrap
Right.
around the point.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll just leave.
that's it.
I'll leave it for now. And then it'll be something we'll definitely in time get to, and and I thank you guys very, very much for your time today.
Sure. Okay. Take care.
Have a great day, guys. Bye.
You too.
Bye now.
Okay, so
I think I'm a
now.
little confused.
Yeah, there's a lot
Come in,
going
sit
on.
down with me, kind of go through it, and I
All
can
right.
lay it all out for them.
Yeah. So
Well, it
it's
started out with Phil, right?
it did.
It
yes.
did, yeah.
Sorry.
Phil,
Well, let's
actually got
it's-
easier.
Let's adjourn the meeting. So it's 10:47. We've reached the end of our agenda and we're going to adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everybody.